turn on your notification bell, you will still get those information you are looking for.
Appeal Court Judgment. We are glad that the federal government did not obey the court judgment. APC chieftain boasts. An APC chieftain, Adamu Garaba, has been gloating over the refusal of the federal government to release the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi, whom the court has been freed since 13th October 2022. The APC chieftain said, look, they are happy about it, that he and his cohorts, they are glad that government is refusing to obey the court's judgment. That is what he is saying. And this is one person we have seen who is publicly, declaring against the judgment of the Court of Appeal. One person, and he's speaking only the minds of the Miyetti Allah, the Fulani extraction in Nigeria. Yes, look at what he said in his tweet. And now we have a genuine order keeping terrorist Nnamdi in DSS custody is the best. The appeal court in Jos has done an excellent job. This is what he said in his tweet. I just read it now. He said, again, I was shocked when the court in Omaya ordered Kanu to be returned to Kenya. I immediately imagined the judges held hostage by ESN. This is what he said to follow up his earlier tweet. So Adamu Garaba is speaking the minds of the Miyetti Allah and the Fulani extraction of Nigeria. ESN is not holding judges, at hostage. They're not doing that. To clear the air on that, it's very important that we make clarifications. Yes, for the avoidance of doubt, there's no such thing like ESN keeping judges hostage. ESN is not a terrorist organization. ESN is not bandits. They're not bandits. ESN, they're not, Fulani henchmen who are killing people at will, kidnapping people for ransom. All right. So, but Adamu Garaba is showing his, ignorance of the law. That's number one. Two, he is gloating over the refusal of government to obey the judgment of a court of competent jurisdiction. You are gloating over it. You are celebrating it. People have been celebrating the judgment of the appeal court, the landmark judgment that declared the leader of the IPOB, Nnamdi, free of all the frivolous charges, that declared him, discharged and acquitted. People have been celebrating it across Nigeria and beyond. But this one, he is celebrating the refusal of a government to obey the court judgment. How can somebody be, acting like, as if we are in a medieval era, whereas we are in a modern society, gloating over refusal to abide by the law of the land, which you swore to govern the people by. So that is it. That is to tell you what the Fulani people have in mind. That should tell you the level of understanding they have. Of course, this Adamu Garaba is representing the interests of the Miyetti Allah and the Fulani people. And it is only them that would only wish that Nnamdi remains in detention facility for eternity. Whereas the Fulani bandits, over 90% of the bandits have been established to be Fulani people. So they should be roaming the streets, moving freely, without inhibitions. Nobody should disturb them. And what are they doing? Killing people, destroying lives and property, destroying farmlands with their cattle. All right? And so that is the country we are in. Adamu Garaba is, I've said, he is just one out of many Fulani people, out of many Miyetti Allah people who are rejoicing over disobedience to court order by the federal government. To these people, There's no law in existence in this country. What matters is the position of the federal government. Talking about Buhari and Malawi, that is what matters. Whatever position they have taken is good for them because they believe that their interest is being protected therein. And that is it. So why we are relating this is to tell us that, look, all Nigerians are celebrating the victory that Nnamdi got in the appeal court. But whereas, a very tiny section of the country is celebrating the refusal of the federal government to obey the court's directive or judgment. Just a tiny section of the country. Only one person has spoke against the judgment, and that is Adamu Garba. Only one person out of all Nigerians, and he spoke only the minds of the Fulanis, the Miyetti Allah, like we have stated earlier on. And that's all. All other persons, all other groups in this country, they are calling on the federal government to release Nnamdi Kanu. Not on political ground, not on sympathy basis, not to show empathy at all, but to obey the rule of law, to obey the court judgment. That's what everybody has been saying. And that is why it is important we bring out this statement from this jihadist. We have known them, and that is why Nnamdi Kanu and the IPOB has been working hardly to ensure that the Southeast is not being overtaken by this jihadist. Of course, the Yorubas, people like Paya Debanjo, he knows the Fulanis very well. He knows them very well. He said it. That Paolo always said it. That look, don't allow the Southeast to go, or the Igbos to go, so that you don't bear the burden of this Fulani menace alone. If we must go collectively. And that is it. You have seen the mess. Everybody in this country applauding Court of Appeal judgment. But Adamu Garba said, look, there's nothing to applaud. It is the disobedience that you appreciate, that you celebrate disobedience to the rule of law, to court judgment, so that Nigeria will continue to be a banana republic as it has always been. Since 1970, they have been ruling this country. One section has been ruling the country since 1970. And that is Nigeria. You have seen how Nigeria is in tatters, in shambles, because of one ethnic nationality ruling the country, holding the country to ransom. They have held the country down for decades. And that is why Nigeria is not moving forward.